So I'm obviously not Caroline Belcher, who is the clinical lead on this project and comes out of her work with children and young people and the kind of things that she does with those people when they come to see her. And for a long time we thought that could be done in a more entertaining way. So I'm a game developer. It's a kind of deeply embedded relationship. We've been working on this for about 2 years. It's about trying to get some of the kind of fun psychoeducation things and get children to be aware of good resilience strategies and good coping strategies. Primarily, we kind of realized there's this relationship between heart rate and anxiety. And when you get anxious, your heart rate really goes up. Or equally, if you're very depressed, your heart rate can go quite low. And it's trying to help the young people understand that, A, to reflect on why they're anxious and what might make them feel anxious, and then give them some strategies such as breathing to lower their heart rate, but actually through the app to see evidence of this. We also have given them a very cute friend who hopefully will... Can you play this video? Sorry, is that... Yeah. So as we're game developers, we tried to approach it in a very visual way, and you have a cute, friendly panda. This is a little bit of a tutorial explaining to the young people about how your heart rate works and how, in a moment, if he runs around, his heart rate will go up and all those kind of things. But he's your empathic friend. Yeah, he's going to steal my thunder now, I think. He's our service user, obviously. So here we go. This is actually based on a real panda video we found of a panda actually having a real fright. And we worked with young people and they thought this was absolutely hilarious, the idea that pandas kind of have some of the same thoughts and feelings and anxieties that we do. And we kind of got back into talking about, for the psychologists in the audience, about the kind of the trine brain model, I think, which is about, I won't explain it anyway, I'm not a psychologist. But it's about that and about starting to understand. And then Panda is he's kind of your mate, but he can be quite sad if you're sad. So we ask some very simple questions. Basically, are you happy or sad? And we also take the heart rate using the camera on the phone, which is quite clever. It just shines the light into the finger. And between that, we put them on an activation graph, really, of high heart rate, low heart rate, high anxiety, low anxiety, or happiness. And Panda will, and the world around him will reflect that. He's very happy there. The world's very happy. He's very sad. And as you undertake the activities, you are rewarded by him cheering up, really. So, or are you cheering yourself up? We never work out if he's you or your mate, but he's one of the two. It's available now on the App Store. It's free. Please install it. It's Chill Panda. We're now coming back to the 211 questions, which I'm sure were 222 when we filled them in. Most of the questions are pretty trivial. Some of them take a week to answer. This is the problem with the NHS App Store. So we are lucky enough to be one of 2 mental health apps selected for the NHS Apps Library Beta. We applied to a competition. James was one of the judges, so thank you, James, whoever you are. And we're there, and I think it's the start of something really good, not just for us, but for all digital apps, really. Because we went from a very low... Okay, it's not an enormous audience, but you can see a definite spike since we got on the store, and I think that can only get better. I would say some of the questions... I'd say that it is quite hard to do. We needed a clinician and to be professional developers to answer all the questions, but we can go through that maybe on the table if you want to talk about that. So that's that. So, and then we come back to a point about, which I think was made earlier, about people not just having the tools there, but having to make them so much fun that you actually want to do them, or so useful that you want to use them. And I think we kind of know, and we haven't proved it yet, but we will do that the interventions, hopefully will, in Chill Panda kind of works. They're based on things that work, like mindfulness or square breathing or relaxation exercises. And we know that when young people use them, they're really, really good, and they get it, and you can even reflect with them later or even remind them that Chill Panda and those techniques. But what we want to do is kind of build some of that around into a game that draws them in. And that's sort of Chill Panda 2.0, which we're just starting to work on, which is kind of an adventure game, but still the same themes, the same kind of idea that you're cheering Panda up. And as you go through the game, you'll find different activities to do. And that's about right. Thank you.